2020 has not been a kind year to cinema, and especially horror movies. So far this year, we've seen disappointment after disappointment in the horror genre, with films like Impetigore and Yanin from Indonesia, The Closet and Peninsula from Korea, and The Bridge Curse from Taiwan, all failing to make any impression on horror fans. Can this Japanese movie hopefully buck the trend? Let's find out. Hi, I'm the Artie Dance from Asian Film Fans, and welcome to this review of the Japanese horror movie Howling Village. This review contains spoilers, so watch out for the watermark. And if you're new to my channel and my reviews, please consider subscribing, as well as several video reviews per week on Asian horror, action and thriller movies. I also translate the latest Chinese, Hong Kong and Taiwanese movie trailers into English, as well as a weekly video series where I take a detailed look at Chinese horror movies. Check it out and stick around. Yuma and his girlfriend Akina are out one night hoping to come across the Inunaku village. Following the rules of the ritual that allow entry, they make it into the secret village, but something attacks Akina. She goes crazy and ends up killing herself. Yuma's sister, Kanae, is a child psychologist, and while treating her latest patient, she discovers she has the ability to see spirits, an ability that's inflicted upon all the females in her family. Yuma then tries to go back to the village to find out why Akina went crazy, and gets stuck in the village alongside his younger brother, who's been researching the village for a school project. Kanae is then visited by a spirit from the village who leads her back in to save her brothers and to discover the horrible truth behind the village and its inhabitants. On paper, the movie sounds great, but somewhere in the script writing process, one of the two movie writers decided to change both the tone and plot of the movie, and in the end, we get an utter and unenjoyable mess. If you make it past the halfway mark, I'm going to assume you're either a sadist or another movie reviewer. All the revelations in the movie lack any impact because of the movie's tone shift. When we find out the truth of what's going on, rather than thinking, oh, that's awesome, you end up thinking, that makes no sense. It's very confusing who this movie was aimed at. Horror lovers won't enjoy this at all, and considering it's a horror movie, that's not a good sign. In the end, there are far too many plot holes and eye-rolling movie moments that you'll just give up and let the movie do its thing. This is going to be a bit of a struggle, but there were a few bits I did enjoy. I liked the ritual that was needed to access the village. However, there was no explanation given as to why that particular ritual worked. What's the significance of the 2 AM phone call in this particular phone booth? I also didn't mind some of the spirit imagery. It wasn't original, but considering I'm struggling to find too many positives, I'm clutching at any straws I can. Lastly, the two child performances are rather good. The younger brother and Kanae's patient are at least interesting characters. Again, really struggling here. The entirety of the second half of the movie falls under this section, and it specifically occurs when Kanae runs into the male spirit from the village. From there, he starts on this ridiculous backstory involving a power company and wild dogs, and all I can think of is, what the heck is this all about? Spoiler zone here, so skip ahead to the time frame in the watermark to avoid it. If the whole plot of the movie was about wild dogs, bestiality and dog people, why not start with it? This whole shift towards this in the second half of the movie is what completely turned me off. Don't start off as a horror movie about a mysterious and creepy village and then end up as a movie about dog people. If the filmmakers were after the furry crowd, tell everyone that at the start so the rest of us don't need to bother. "2020 horror movies still continue to disappoint. I realise it's been a difficult year for both filmmakers and the audience, but if stuff like this keeps getting produced, then the audience for mainstream Japanese horror will disappear. We are 0 from 6 with Asian horror movies this year, and unless the Korean movie The Call can buck the trend, then we can almost write off 2020 in the Asian horror movie calendar. Perhaps the Taiwanese film Get the Hell Out might also be good, but that's more of a comedy. Heck, even at this stage, I'd be desperate to watch a Chinese horror film, and we all know how bad they are. My recommendation is avoid. If you've seen it, what did you think? Thank you for watching this review. please don't forget to press the like button and consider subscribing to support our channel.